So now I guess I should. Are you kidding me? Okay, I didn't slip off. I didn't know it could just kick you like from so far away. Also, it does crazy damage. Okay, come on.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to And They Were Classmates.
Oh my God, they were classmates.
I'm Jess.
And I'm Nolan.
You should hit like and subscribe right now.
Bang, we're on it.
But
That's
it's a new year.
crazy. Before the hour 15 mark.
Let's go.
It's crazy. Me checking like, wait, maybe it is.
Me literally just record. What if it's been an hour?
It's when you're like 8 years old and then like you just have that blink sleep for like the one time in your entire life. You're like, that was weird. But you never had that?
No, I know exactly what you're talking about. That's just the feeling. It's just like,
It's so weird.
I do that.
I've never had it like ever again.
I do that a lot as an adult, actually, but I just don't sleep very well.
I want to know how to replicate it. I always have. Like just the blink and it's been like 7 hours. I'm like, how?
I'd be very tired and ignore being tired for a long
Yeah?
time. Yeah.
I guess I just haven't ignored it long enough.
Because usually for me that happens, because it's definitely happened to me, not for as long, where it's like 7 hours, but especially in like the mornings when I'm trying to sleep and but I sleep in the living room and everyone's trying to get ready for work.
Yeah.
So and it's fine. Like I don't have that's part of the deal is I'm like I don't have anywhere else to be really in the morning, so I can kind of nap if I need to. But so I'll end up doing the blink sleep thing because I'll just put on like a video. And that's the only reason why I can tell is because I'll put on like a Drew Gooden video that I've seen
And you're
before.
like, that was short and weird. Why did he do that? And you're like,
Well,
I actually missed most of it.
Yeah, I'll be like, yeah, he's making making this weird thing that he saw on his Instagram page. Why is he serving an entirely different one?
Drew, this is a terrible video. It
Yeah,
makes
I'm like,
no sense.
I'm like, your editing fucking sucks, bro. I've seen this video before. I remember that one. Why'd you take
Why
it
did
out?
he go into YouTube Studio and cut out the entire middle?
Yeah, what the fuck?
What is wrong with this guy?
No, that's also Ace jokes. So it's that's why I love falling asleep to like Smosh compilations.
Yeah.
Because I watch their videos so much that like I love I love sleeping through their compilations, and also because then I don't have to like remember where they are in like a game.
Yeah.
Because I like watching them play board games and stuff like that because it's fun. I was an only child, so I never really had anyone to play board games with growing up. So I get to live vicariously through these millennials. It's great.
Exactly.
So I'm sitting there watching them, but I'm trying to keep track of everything. Even if I'm just listening to it, I'm still like looking over and like seeing what's going on. But when I'm doing my blink sleeps and I'm trying to fall asleep, like it just don't work.
Yeah.
But what does work is every Try Not to Laugh Shane bit in 2025, 1 hour 36 minutes long.
Mm-hmm. Because then it's like I fell asleep here and I woke up here. And
And
I know the full middle.
Yeah,
I can connect the dots.
Yeah, and it's also like it do not matter.
It do not matter.
Don't
That too.
The middle don't matter no more when you're watching a compilation because you're watching like 30-second to 5-minute long clips anyway. So it's
true.
like, oh no, I slept through, I don't know, like a month's worth of content that you pulled the specific clips out of. Doesn't matter. I'm watching the next month's worth of clips. It's
Irrelevant.
fine. Exactly.
Yeah, I was working on a best of ATWC yesterday because we were fully ready to film, and then Jess texted me, well, it's Martin Luther King Jr. Day, so the campus isn't open.
Yeah.
Did we fucking check this? And I'm like, nope. And I pull up the academic calendar, and I'm like, I don't know what this means, because it just says, like, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and then the date. I'm like, because it was, like, a staff calendar, too. So I'm like, what is that? Is that, like, they're off, or they can take off, or, like, they make time and a half? I don't know.
Yeah, so we had to guesstimate. We were like, well, technically it says that, like, the semester, it doesn't exist on that
Yeah,
day.
kind of. It's weird.
Because it's weird. Because the middle semesters of, like, winter and summer semesters are so weird. And they vary based on the college, so I don't want to be too specific about what it said on the sheet.
Yeah.
But, like, I think on average, you could say most of them are, like, 14 to 20 day long semesters for the winter at least.
Yeah.
I think the summer ones are usually more like a month.
I think summer is like July and August or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I never had to take any classes during that
Me
time,
neither.
so I don't know.
I
But
thought about it, but I never did.
I had a friend that had to take some winter classes to get his degree on time.
Mm-hmm.
And when he did that, it was at his college a 16-day, which is weird.
Right. Yeah.
He was at a private college though, so but it's because it was the way they counted the days because they did they did the same thing where like they wait until after the holidays and everything to start it because there's no point in trying to split that between before and after the holidays. Like,
just let the holidays live.
Exactly.
Don't make like high school. High school was so dumb too because it would be like this like shitty little like 1.5 week break, like just long enough to be like a little bit before Christmas, and then like January 2nd, January 1st, you're like back in school.
I think it's so funny. I remember when I was a kid, my dad and I, because my dad works in a factory, he always had like that whole, he works in a factory where luckily he gets most of that. It typically is like, oh, he works until the 22nd or the 23rd, depending on how the weeks line up. And then he doesn't come back until the 2nd or the 3rd.
Right.
Again, depending on weeks, like, and how the days line up and all that. And I remember as a kid, like, comparing with my dad, being like, okay, how much winter break do we have overlap this year? And it was always so funny being like, because just being like, yes, so the 2 days before Christmas, you work on like, I only go to school on Monday, but you have to work Monday, Tuesday.
Right.
Like,
and he's like, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah. And he's looking at his PTO that he has to use by the end of the year. Like,
yeah.
Because that's what he used to do is if I had a longer, he would make the overlap match because, well, first of all, he uses vacation time for that whole like 2 weeks so that instead of it being unpaid holiday, it's paid.
Yeah.
Love when employers actually have stuff like that for their employees. I that was one thing that I really liked about working at Cracker Barrel is that I did get like vacation pay.
Yeah.
I could take
that would be nice.
By the time I left there, I had 3 full weeks vacation pay. So I would usually put in 1 week for the week that I took in the Dells, like the week that my dad and I go on vacation every year. I would usually ask for my vacation pay the week of my birthday.
Yeah.
And then the last one would be an emergency fund.
Of course.
And sometimes the emergency was a really cool corset that I saw at Bristol, and I wanted to buy it. Then and I went back because I was in high school. Because at that point I was in like high school, so it was like, that is an emergency. I need it.
My job just does the bare minimum. And even then, it's like you get 1 hour of like paid like sick time or whatever for every 40 hours you work. And you still have to go through like 3 layers of like the manager being like, no, you don't.
Yeah.
You're being a baby. I'm like, no, I'm not coming to this shift and I would like to use sick time for it. Okay, I guess.
No,
like that's bad.
No, and it was so funny because the way that it worked. So I had 1 year of pay. I had one week of paid vacation time because I worked there for a year, and then I got 2 weeks after 5 years or something like that. And then it was like, or at the time it might have been 3 years, and then I got 3 weeks at 5 years, something like that. I don't remember. I was there for like 7 years, so it was weird. But it was so funny because the way that it worked was that you were just applying for vacation pay. You didn't actually get the time off guaranteed.
Right. Yeah.
So like I would put in a time off request, and then I would put in my vacation pay request, and sometimes my time off request would be denied. And then I'd be like, hey, so I put in my vacation pay. They'd be like, okay, you're still gonna get your vacation pay, but you can't take that time off.
Yeah. You're like, okay, I guess.
That was why I always took my vacation pay around my birthday and before I went on vacation, because I was like, I mean, I'm still going to be working. I'll just get vacation pay on top of already working.
Hell yeah.
Because they were required to pay out they didn't care about paying out the vacation pay and also you working a full week. Because they were just like, well, because then they'd already allocated the money. If you didn't use it, you lost it. So
yeah, sucks to suck.
Might as well. I take that and my $100 gift card Christmas present. Thank you so much.
That's right. I take it. Well, anyway, today I have a different 5-hour energy.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just go to Walmart and just pick some bullshit.
We are exploring.
So today we're drinking an Eternal Energy Tropical Punch. Bottoms up. Fuck. It came like a fucking European Fanta.
There we go.
Way more fruity than even a 5-hour energy. That's kind of nice.
Yeah. Oh, sorry in advance to the listeners if my voice sounds a little weird and if I clear my throat a lot. I had the mega flu during our time off. That's right. Luckily, right after the holidays. Because I shit you not, my first day being sick in bed was like January 2nd.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, thank God.
Sometimes it is nice that it lines up like that. Because I'm the type where I'm just always, I get the fucking sickness on like December 20th. And I'm like, here we go. Here we go again. Sick again. Christmas time. Whatever. And like.
I'm always sick around Easter for some reason.
Yeah.
Which is like really annoying as someone that works in a church because Easter is like a really big deal.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, just a bit.
Just a bit. Just one of the big ones.
Just one of the big ones. There's only a running joke amongst regular attendees, not at my specific church, at any church. There's going to be someone that refers to families as Creaster families because they only show up on Christmas and Easter.
Happens.
And that's fine. I don't care. As long as you're in the church, I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy to see you. I was like, as long as you're in there at least twice a year, I'm like, sure.
Good enough. Meet the minimum requirements to keep employment.
Yeah, I'm like, as long as you're in God's house, I don't know. It's fine. You made it. Congrats.
Well, did you see Kai Cenat learning to read?
I've heard about it.
You haven't seen any of the clips though?
No, my feed has been a lot of speed in Africa.
That shit's cool too.
That's been it's been less cool since he got to North Africa, but it's been but it's been really it's been interesting. But yeah, the Kai stuff has been existing on the edge of my That's fair.
It's the thing where you're seeing all the quote retweets, but you haven't watched the video, but you get it enough from the quote retweets that it's like, I don't really need to watch the video.
Exactly.
I can see in like the body language and the framing of the video, like what's happening.
I'm like, I can kind of read the vibe here.
I get it.
I saw someone that was breaking down how you could tell that he's not actually processing anything he's reading.
Yeah.
Because they're like, so the fact that his reading is really disjointed and fast doesn't prove that he's reading faster. It just proves that he's not actually comprehending the words on the page.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
it is interesting because he'll bump into a word he doesn't know and then he'll like look it up and then like just keep like reading through the sentence and it's like I don't know, it's weird.
I do that.
But that's a good skill to have. But it's like I don't think he's actually like understanding the context of like why that word is used in the sentence. He's just kind of saying like, oh, I don't know that word. Okay, this is the word. All right, I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah,
it's in a way where it's like I don't think he understands like what the word is, but I don't know. It's still a cool thing to do to like read to get better at like speaking and reading and shit. But I also think like filming it and making it like this is my daily thing, guys. Come watch me. Come look. I'm being so like it's kind of performative, just a little bit.
It's kind of funny. No, I think on that it's like the difference is kind of Sorry, I need to like get my thoughts in order. Ironic considering what I'm about to say. Okay. So the thing about how Kai has been looking up words that gets me is that it's like you said, he looks up the word and then he keeps going. He doesn't restart the sentence to get the word back into the context so that he actually processes it.
Exactly.
Which is something that I also watch. And this isn't a diss. This is something that I watch the 1st through 3rd graders that I teach do too.
Mm-hmm.
But to be fair, I've also seen middle and high schoolers and college students and adults. It's just something that people do because they don't realize how much more it's going to help for you to actually start again from at least the beginning of the sentence, preferably the beginning of the paragraph, to really put that word into full context of how it's used, where like how it's in the sentence. But the thing is that also requires a knowledge of grammar and sentence structure, and like some of that isn't as like some of that does require the fact that I was like a hyperlexic child really rears its ugly head when I talk about stuff like that.
But
so,
honestly, they don't teach it the same anymore.
I know.
It's weird.
That's what I've heard.
It's bad. It's like they don't teach like phonics anymore. I don't remember the exact way it's like they do it now, but it's like
sight words and memory words.
Is that what they're teaching you? Like how to like look? I don't even know.
Yeah. So what it is it's instead of teaching kids reading, they're teaching them pattern recognition. They're looking at familiar words and they're like, okay, so BAT is bat. So now you can look at other words that start with B and recognize the shape of B and be like, okay, and it's like reverse phonics almost.
Yeah.
So instead of them learning that BAT makes B-A-T, they're learning, well, the letter B, the letter A, and the letter T make bat.
Therefore,
yeah.
C and A and T would probably be at.
Yeah, which is fine, but the problem is that you're not learning how to read, you're learning how to recognize. And that sounds weird because you think of it and you're like, well, that is reading. But at the same time, it's not.
Yeah.
Because you're not processing the word in the same way. You're not...
Uh-oh.
They're doing work.
They're building a bathroom.
They're building a bathroom right next to us. I'm not kidding. We were in here last week or the week before, and it was completely gone.
Yeah. So I don't know how much of it. How much are you hearing in the headphones?
In the headphones, not much. Yeah, there.
All right.
I was watching the levels really quick, and on yours there's a little, but
Yeah, because I guess mine's a little higher.
I lost my.
The phonics and the pattern recognition.
Because the thing is that like when I was learning how to read, I'm also kind of a weird case because I was one of those kids that I loved educational shows. I was obsessed with the Electric Company specifically, which is just phonics. And I was obsessed with like Schoolhouse Rock and stuff like that. Like I fell asleep watching stuff like that every single night. And so I watch YouTube videos to fall asleep now because my dad would put on the Electric Company from the 70s and the 80s on the TV. And I would fall asleep listening to how to read, basically, which is why I was such a hyperlexic child and why I'm like, to this day, like extremely interested in learning all of the time.
Yeah,
like
that's fair.
Yeah, but anyway, when you're learning sight words instead of the phonics behind them, you can't form new words and you struggle to sound out new words.
Yeah.
Especially if they have unfamiliar spellings. That's also why there's so many people that confuse words. That's why everyone says would've, like WOULD space OF.
Yeah.
Instead of WOULD apostrophe VE.
Or even the word have after the word.
Yeah,
would.
or would have.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's also there's so many words that people confuse because they're just close enough. Weirdly enough, probability and probably.
Really?
I've seen people confuse. Yeah.
Interesting.
Not in like a using probability for probably, but using probably instead of probability.
Interesting.
At least when they're writing it out, they'll say it just fine, but when they're writing it, they write it incorrectly. And that's because they didn't learn how to spell the words. They didn't learn how the letters functioned in it. They learned what the word probably looks like. And probability looks really close to that.
Yeah. That's tough too, because like, I remember just back like a couple years ago, it was like, oh, people are saying exited instead of excited, and now it's like getting even worse. Like, probably and probability is insane.
Yeah, it's because they're instead of learning what each individual letter does in the word and the different things it can do in the word and why it does these things in the word, they're learning the word.
Yeah, just the shape of the word.
Yeah, which
That's
is
fucked up.
Yeah, and that's why people are saying, well, kids can't read. It's like I mean they can, but especially as someone that's been tries to get 1st through 3rd graders to read a Bible every Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, it's pulling teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're using, to be extremely clear, we're using children's Bibles, right? We're not using like preschool Bibles, but we're using Bibles written at a 3rd grade level.
Yeah.
Which is technically the upper range of my kids, but they should be able to read more than they can sometimes.
Exactly.
But it's also partly because a lot of them have this like learned helplessness that I've noticed in like all children recently.
They struggle with struggle.
And we've talked about this before, where it's like they really, the instant that they don't know how to do something, they look at me and wait for the answer. They don't try to figure it out. They look at me and wait because they think they know, but they think that if they wait long enough, I'll give them the answer. I've sat there for a full 5 minutes and been like, okay, guys, ask your neighbor.
Yeah, exactly.
Ask your neighbor how to find
Figure it
John.
out together.
Yeah, and it's so funny because then the kids will try to explain it to each other, and you can tell that they're so used to just being shown how to do things while an adult's doing them. Because they don't try to explain it to the other kid. They reach over and start doing it for them. Like, no, don't touch each other's Bibles.
Right. Explain
to them with your words how to find page 1441.
Form a sentence.
Yeah.
With your mind and your mouth.
Yeah, and it's really shocking to me how hard it is for my 1st through 3rd graders to do that.
That's
for like simple tasks. But it's because they're not modeled it anymore.
Yeah.
Because a bunch of, like I said, you can tell that so many of them, when they ask like, well, how do I find this in a book? An adult comes over and goes, okay, you do this, and does it for them. And then goes, and now you know. Which is like fine, but now you've just been doing it for the kids for too long.
Yeah, exactly. For 6 years.
Yeah. I've had to tell the parents that come in to volunteer, I'm like, don't do it for them. No, you're doing it for them.
They're fully
Well,
capable. Yeah.
Exactly. And they'll be like, well, no, I'm not doing it for no. I'm like, no, you're showing them how to do it on their Bible is doing it for them. If you want to show them how to do it,
True.
grab your own Bible.
True.
Because that's what I do.
Have them mimic your steps. Yeah.
I sit in front of them. I don't mark any of my when we're all looking for Bible stuff together. I don't mark it. I go in and I do it in front of them.
Mm-hmm.
Where I show them, I'm like, okay, guys, we're gonna open and every time I talk through, we're gonna open the table of contents. Can you guys find the Book of Thessalonians? I know that's a long word.
Mhm.
Guess which one it is. I'm also forcing them to read.
Yeah.
And then they point at Timothy. I'm like, no, that just starts with T. We need to read. Come on, guys.
The rest of that word isn't working. Yeah.
But
that's interesting.
I can tell it's working because they're getting better at it. Even though I'm only doing it with them at most like once a month. I'm like, yes.
You're like, no,
yes,
I see the progress.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
Can't take this one from me.
Well, yeah, because I think that that's such an important skill. Not even just for like Bible study. I don't care if these kids never I do care if these kids never open a Bible again. But like for this specific skill, I don't care if they never use this skill for Bible searching again.
Yeah.
I want them to be able to open a dictionary and
Right.
and use, because that's what that skill is. It's using it in a dictionary.
Mm-hmm.
It's using it in a thesaurus.
Mm.
Because I still think that knowing how to use physical things like that is so important.
I wonder if any of those kids will ever open a thesaurus. That makes me kind of sad.
I almost said encyclopedia, and then I realized that was
hell
going to
no.
really age me. I was like, fuck.
I don't know if I've ever opened an encyclopedia.
I had a whole set of encyclopedias at my house.
Yeah.
That I used to, it's part of our, again, a lot of these are why I'm such a nerd. I was the kid that sat down and read through the entire dictionary for fun. Like, I read through encyclopedias just for fun. My grandma was a 3rd grade teacher, so we also just had a bunch of random, like, I have a whole set of like the eyewitness books that are like dinosaurs, medieval times, like all kinds of history, different sciences, the ocean, what's in your backyard, like stuff like that. So like learning was just so ingrained into me that now that I know a lot of these kids, even with teacher parents and grandparents, aren't getting the same experience because they're all being handed iPads. I'm trying to force some of that.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, so now I was like, I know that you guys don't use these skills because you all have technology at home, but you need these skills.
Yeah, exactly. Someone's got to do it.
Exactly. Well, because I mean, as an adult, I have frequently found that it is so much easier to open a physical thesaurus.
Yeah.
Than to try and find stuff online. And that might sound weird. A lot of people argue with me about that because they're like, well, you could just Google it and go on like thesaurus.com. And it's like, yeah, you can. But now at this point, it's so janky dealing with all the ads.
Exactly. Between AI overviews and ads and like honestly the way like even like commercial like influence to the way we use the internet, it is kind of at a point where you're probably better off just finding it in a thesaurus.
Yeah,
That's
and I'm
true.
like, it's like, no, if I need a different version of the same word, I can also just go into like the physical thesaurus that I have in my house.
Yeah.
Like, and I understand that. I honestly think that in today's world, encyclopedias don't really work just because of how quickly things are changing. I mean, the encyclopedia is a beautiful, beautiful thing, and I did love just being able to open a book and read about things alphabetically and feel like I was learning about everything that had ever existed. Yeah. But like, I just don't think that keeping an encyclopedia updated is really possible in 2026 with how quickly things move and change versus how quickly you'd be able to type that into something reliably and get it updated and get it published. Well, and then everyone has to get a new set of encyclopedias. It's like, no,
and that's why it's good that Wikipedia is one of the good ones, though.
Yeah.
You know, like if Wikipedia was like overrun by ads and shit, I'd be like, yeah, you're right, we're fucked. But at least Wikipedia is like probably the only thing on the internet that's like actually remained like fucking goated from the start to the finish.
That and like Steam.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, do you see that one green text about like what's going to happen when Gaiman dies?
Oh, yeah, 100. And I'm 100% certain that that's what's going to happen.
It's crazy.
No, it's really funny because I told Ace once, I was like, I will never complain about how those like Wikipedia needs your money ads at the top of articles get longer and longer every time, because I would rather see that than 6 million ads.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm like, this website is so usable.
It's the way like some of these websites have no shame with the fucking ads. Like you talk about like the Minecraft wiki and like back when it was a fandom wiki, it's like, dude, that's insane. Like somehow even with ad block, like they'll make it miserable. Like the way there'll just be these like holes in the website for the ads, even when they're blocked, it's so stupid. Like I hate how unusable the internet has become.
Oh yeah, no, and I'm so glad that the two things that I need wikis for the most are Animal Crossing and Minecraft, which each have their own wikis that exist separate from fandom.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck fandom. All my homies hate fandom.
I miss Wikia.
Yeah, exactly.
Before it was fandom.
I was gonna say because fandom. I remember when fandom bought Wikia and everyone was like,
no, don't do this.
Because then we were all stuck. And now every time I click on a fucking Minecraft, if I click on the wrong Minecraft link, I have to tell them if I'm an adult or a child. I'm like, get me out of here.
Get me out of here. No, get the Chrome extension where it'll literally find every fandom that has a new wiki, and it'll just, if you accidentally end up there by any happenstance, it'll just reroute you to the real one.
Yeah.
It's a fucking awesome extension.
Oh yeah, and because at this point, I have the Minecraft wiki bookmarked on Google Chrome because that's how you play Minecraft at this point. That's how it goes.
That's how it goes.
And then I've trained my Google now because I just don't open if it's not Wikipedia, I'm not opening it. Wikipedia, my goat.
My goat. My everything.
Oh yeah, because it's not a fandom site. I don't remember what they use for their site, but it's not fandom, and you can tell because when you open like sometimes, unfortunately, the Animal Crossing fandom wiki has some information that Wikipedia doesn't.
Happens.
Mostly just because it has so many more pages because, it's just how unfortunately, fandom is a very popular hosting site, so people use it. But, like, I can feel the difference so strongly. It's like,
yeah.
Why does it keep jumping around? That's the worst part, is it jumping around.
Yeah. Going on fandom is like fucking climbing Mount Everest. Like you need so much like equipment. You need to have like a certain way you walk through it. You're gonna end up like dying of hypothermia. Like it's bad.
I'm doing the fucking dune, like
the fucking sandwalk to avoid ads. That's so funny. Like actually,
that's how it feels, dude. And it keeps being like, can we put enough cookies in your computer that it will run noticeably slower while you have our website open? And I'm like, no, fandom.
No, don't do that.
And it's like, well, then I guess you can't use our website. And I'm like, you can't say that the cookies are optional. And then when I say no to the cookies, your website doesn't load.
Please accept all cookies.
Because when I was younger, I used to just accept all cookies without thinking about it because it wasn't that big of a deal when I was younger.
They were kind of harmless. Cookies were convenient back then. That's probably why they're called cookies, because they were a yummy little treat. Oh, the website's gonna remember something about me. Aw.
Yeah. Now as an adult, it's like, can we leave cookies? I'm like, no. Get the fuck. I will go into 6 layers of options to turn off all cookies before I deal. Like. You do not get my advertising information. You don't get any of it. Leave me alone.
Yeah. That's fucked up. I hate the modern internet. Well, I played a little bit of Minecraft Hardcore. I sent you the clip.
Oh, yeah.
I spent 5 hours running around. Because, like, okay, my idea was... Did I describe this last week? I don't remember.
I don't believe so.
Okay. My idea was I was going to play the oldest version of Minecraft Hardcore and then the newest version of Minecraft Hardcore and kind of, like, compare them, blah, 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 blah. And so I play Minecraft 1.0. I run around for 5 fucking hours. Like, the easiest part was just getting, like, all the blaze rods and shit. The piglins help so much with like obtaining the ender pearls. I literally, if the run was 5 hours, I think I had like blaze rods and shit within the first hour to an hour and a half. The rest was just waiting for nightfall so I could wait for endermen so I could get the fucking pearls. I was gonna say, because
you don't even have like the warped fungus biome.
No, you've got nothing.
There's no good place for endermen in that version. You just have to hope that they show up.
Exactly, and it's all just fucking luck. So, but then I finally get in there and I'm prepared enough. I had fucking like 64 like pumpkins and like snow blocks. So I was going to like build all these golems and farm all these snowballs to shoot the ender crystals. And just I can roll the clip. The second I get into the nether, the ender dragon pokes its head through the end stone like a giraffe, fucking flings me off. And I'm like, I take like half damage. I'm like, okay, that's a little weird, but it's going to loop back around. So I should have some time to get back up. It just does it again. It goes for the 2 time. I hit the water bucket clutch, but it's that thing where it's like, it's just kind of the wrong block. Yeah. So then I just fucking die after like, I was in the end for like literally 20 seconds. It's such an insane clip. And Pissed me off. And then I tried Minecraft Hardcore in the latest version, and dude, it's like I'm like dying to creepers and shit. Like I can't do it. I'm fucking washed.
I believe in you.
Yeah, one of these days. I'll go back to 1.0 though, because like at least I don't know. It's crazy. It's crazy out here.
It's so funny. I was going through and I was trying to think of what version of Minecraft I started playing on.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, when I started playing versus when I started watching is like two completely different things.
Exactly.
Because when I started, and that's why it's so hard for me to remember,
Mhm.
because when I started watching Minecraft was 1.4.2. I vividly remember that because I remember I had hit
It's like the Redstone update.
Yeah, I don't remember what update it was, but I remember it was a couple of YouTubers had just started new Minecraft single players because of it.
Mhm.
And I was like, oh, okay, so I can watch them from the beginning this time. Like,
Hell yeah.
instead of having to watch like a backlog, I can start over. Like, that's the only reason why I remember that. No, and so, but I think I started playing in like 1.6.
Yeah.
So hearing you talk about how like, and it used to suck, you couldn't get to the end. I'm like, yeah, you couldn't get to the end.
You're
Just
like, that's
fucking
right.
Yeah, I was like, it just fucking sucks.
Someone's got to teach you. Yeah.
Yeah.
I started playing in 1.7.4. I remember that specifically. And ironically, I think I also started playing Minecraft Pocket Edition because that's another thing too. When you had Pocket Edition versus Java Edition.
Yeah, because that's the other thing is I had Minecraft on my computer, but I also had Minecraft Pocket. Well, First, I had Minecraft Pocket Edition Lite.
Mm-hmm.
Back
Oh,
when that-
Minecraft Lite, Minecraft demo, yeah.
And then I was able to talk my dad into spending the money so I could have it on my iPad because I was playing it. But it wasn't an iPad at the time. It was first I had it on my Kindle Fire.
Oh, yeah. I had my Vizio tablet.
Yeah, I had it on my Kindle Fire, and then my dad was really annoyed because said we had to buy it again when I got an iPad Mini.
Mm-hmm. Feel like I swear.
I was like, sorry, Dad, it doesn't work like that. And he checked and it didn't work like that. And he was like, oh, he was like, honestly, that's not your fault. I bought you a different thing. So yeah, I think that was when I made the switch from Minecraft Lite to like paid Minecraft. Actually.
Oh, sure.
I was like, now that I'm thinking about it, I was like, I don't know if I actually paid for Minecraft on my.
That makes sense.
I think that I was just playing a lot of like survival craft, CubeCraft,
Yeah.
like stuff like that. No, but so that's like a whole nother thing because the only reason he let me pay for Pocket Edition when I already had Minecraft on my computer was because I was playing it with my friends while we were out. Like
that's a big piece of it, yeah.
Yeah, because we were all like, at the time you could set up little like LAN servers. On
Minecraft Pocket Edition was so much better for like getting people in the same world. Like it is insane how much of like our generation knows how like to do like port forwarding and shit.
Oh, yeah.
Specifically because of Minecraft.
Dude, I'm an ex-Clone Hero player. I had some sketchy shit on my I had some actual sketchy shit on my laptop so I could play Clone Hero with my friends.
It's funny. I probably have like a Bitcoin or two on my old fucking computer.
Honestly,
with the way I was doing shit in Minecraft. But yeah, no, Minecraft Lite was insane too because like whether you were in creative or survival, there were certain blocks that could generate in the world like a diamond ore that you just didn't have access to. And you're like, what is that?
Yeah.
Like I remember my brother thinking it was like a snow stone because he was like mining under a snow area. And then there was like a diamond ore. He's like, oh, I think that's ice.
Do you remember Nether reactor cores?
Oh my God, yes.
I think that's what they were called.
Yeah.
And then they made it a whole new thing recently, where then you have like the respawn anchors, pretty similar.
Oh yeah. No, I miss Nether reactor core.
I don't remember anything that they did, but I remember putting them all over.
Dude, it was insane. You would gold block, cobblestone, cobblestone, Nether reactor core, cobblestone. You click it, it builds you like a maybe 24 by 24 Nether spire that you run around and you kill zombie pigmen and it pops up with glowstone dust and sticks and leaves and nether quartz, and it was the only way to get it. You run around like this fucking like
that's crazy.
And you kill the zombie pigmen and then it starts to decay and crumble and then it leaves you with this like nether chunk in your world.
Nice.
It was so fucking cool. And I always thought about like building like a castle out of them, but like I never did. And I don't think I ever obtained one in survival either. It was always creative, but it was insane.
No, yeah, I
it
think
was the weirdest thing.
Yeah, I remember seeing them and not knowing what to do with them, and I remember like
they were pretty blocked too.
Well, yeah, I was like, but I remember I was always like, I'm not that worried about it because I usually when I was playing Pocket Edition, we were all just playing creative anyway. Yeah. So like I was,
what is this? Don't worry about it, kitten. Okay, yay.
Yeah, genuinely, that was me with fucking Minecraft Pocket Edition.
Yeah.
What is this? Don't worry about it. Okay, yay. I'll use it in my Herobrine shrine.
Yeah, exactly.
That was usually what it ended up going into when I had it. Was we would always build a shrine to Herobrine, and we would always you have to.
He's gonna come.
Yeah, you have to put. We would always build like the classic one in one base, and then someone else would like we. So the first person to build one would always get the classic one in their base, and then everyone else would kind of build their own like Herobrine shrines because we were weird little girls.
Oh yeah.
We were. God, I saw a post. I don't remember what fucking social media it was on, but I saw a post recently that was like, it's kind of crazy how much the Minecraft modding scene has changed. Because when I was growing up, it was just this other media in Minecraft.
Yeah.
Because it was
Mario mod, Portal mod.
yeah, it was like Mario mod, Weeping Angel mod. That was a huge one. I have vivid memories of the first time I played mod in Minecraft. It was the Doctor Who mod, and there was a TARDIS, and I remember we set up a LAN world, and we were running around in the TARDIS. We were like, because I was not to age myself, I was a super Hulock warrior.
And you've said that word before.
So I that was like the best day of my life.
Sure.
At that point, I was like, oh.
It is funny too how much media you learn from watching Minecraft mod reviews before you actually know what the thing is. Like I think I learned about Portal through DanTDM and not through Steam.
See,
that's so interesting.
See, that's so crazy to me because all of those things were like legacy media for me at that point.
I guess, yeah.
Because you have to remember those were becoming mods because they were all like 5-6 years old at that point.
True.
So that was why people were immediately putting them in, was because it was like, well, what if you had a portal gun in Minecraft? Wouldn't that be funny?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what if we put... And Weeping Angels are just a fun... I mean, fucking Minecraft has base level Weeping Angels now. They put the creaking in there. That's just a Weeping Angel.
And what's funny, too, I remember the Gulliver's Travels mod came out, and then the Jack Black movie came out.
Yup.
So it was just this whole fucking thing. Man.
I also... I was telling Ace recently that I think it's really funny when they updated in new Minecraft update, the animal update that they're planning.
Mm-hmm.
They updated the bunny models.
Oh, yeah.
And I thought it was so funny. I was like, do you know why the bunny models are so fucked up? And Ace was like, why? I was like, because of the Mo Creatures mod.
Really?
Yeah, so the Mo...
Yeah, I think I know a little bit about this.
Yeah, so Mo Creatures mod was the extra creatures mod forever. Because in an old Minecraft, and this is gonna date me, it gave us horses, it gave us goats,
yes,
it gave us bunnies. It was a huge part of LD Shadow Lady never did a survival single player without Mo Creatures mod.
Yeah.
She had t-shirts that said "See a bunny, put it on your head," because you could right click the little bunnies and put them on your head.
Okay, and then I think did Mojang buy the rights to the mod and integrate some of it into Minecraft?
No, they just started adding stuff from it into Minecraft,
Okay.
and then the mod died.
Because I swear there's some credit, like in the Minecraft credits or some shit, where...
I believe they ended up crediting them because the models were similar enough that I think there was like I think it was the horse model was really, really similar. So they were like, we can't pretend that like... But the bunnies, so the bunnies in the Mo Creatures mod were just little like cubes, right? They were just little round, kind of like literally bumblebees. But instead of having wings on their back, they have two little ears, and instead of flying, they're jumping around all over.
So they kind of look like a slime with like ears.
Kind of, yeah. but I say bees specifically because they were that rectangle shape instead of the square.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it legitimately was the same size. No, and they would jump up like I think they jumped a full 2 blocks. So they also like did real jumps, and that was why you could right click them and just put them on your head to transport them.
Right.
You can also do that with a lot of creatures in Mo Creatures mod, because that was just kind of the accepted, this would be the better way to do it because we didn't have leads yet.
Or boats.
Boats were there, but they sucked.
Not boats in the certain.
I was like
the only other way I think would be like to pull them with like a fishing rod, but that's fucking annoying.
That was a very common way to do it. It was usually either fishing rod or just so many fences. So
how does that work?
You make a super highway that's 1 block wide,
I see.
and you put fences on either side.
You say go, like you're racing the snails in Undertale.
Yeah,
go.
Yeah, and you fucking really hope that it keeps going.
Yeah, exactly.
I have vivid memories of one time doing that and marking. I was trying to get an ocelot from point A to point B because I hadn't made. I was making a zoo, so I didn't want a cat. I wanted an ocelot, so I couldn't tame it because at the time you tamed an ocelot and it became a cat. So I was trying to get this ocelot down, and ocelots, run fucking everywhere. They're all over. So what I had to do was it would run up far enough, and then I would run up behind it, and I would just build a wall across so it couldn't get back. And that took me, I shit you not, 6 hours. I have like vivid memories of being like 12 years old, spending 6 hours trying to move this ocelot. And I finally,
exactly.
And to be fair, I was also moving like 4 at the same time. I refused to move them one at a time. So, but I finally got them in there, and I like cordoned it off and broke it all down. And I remember I looked at the zoo and I was like, that was not worth it.
Yeah. It takes like 6 hours. Your dad's like, "Are you winning, son? Dinner's ready." You're like, "Just a little bit. I need to get it. Just to the forest. Just let me get to the forest."
Genuinely, yeah. No, see, and also my dad was a gamer, so he did let me like eat and play at the same time.
Yeah.
Like basically his rule was don't ruin the laptop, and you can kind of do whatever. So I used to just plop down in front of the laptop and not move for 8 full hours because I would start on Minecraft, and then I'd get bored of that, and then I'd be like, oh, I'll go on girlsgogames.com for a little bit, and then I'd get bored of that, and I'd watch some YouTube videos, and then I'd be like, well, I'm all caught up in my subscriptions, maybe I'll play like Grand Theft Auto. Like, I just sit there forever.
Yeah.
Like, in
That's
a way
tight,
that I don't really move from, like, I don't, like, just sit at my computer and go from thing to thing at my computer like that anymore. I feel like I like, go and I, like, play Minecraft, and then I get up, and I, like, go and I, like, go to the bathroom and eat dinner, and
because
then I come.
The shame grows. You don't have the fucking shame mold in your mind when you're a kid.
Yeah.
You can just sit there because it's fucking awesome. But now you have like the adult responsibilities. You're like, I'm just too old to be still sitting here, and my back kind of hurts now in a way that it didn't when I was a kid.
Exactly. No, I thought it was really funny. I was telling Ace yesterday, because I read I finally read through a devotional that I got as a gift a couple months ago. It was called For Such a Time as This. It's just about like kind of pointing fingers at the rise of fascism in the United States and how we as Christians should like respond to it. It's a really good book. Definitely recommend it. Came out in like September of 25, so it's super topical. Yeah. But I read through that because it's like 100. The actual devotional itself, not counting like study guides, references, further reading, stuff like that, is like 140-ish pages. So I knocked that out in an afternoon, you know? And then I told Ace when I came home, I was like, Ace, guess what? He was like, what? I was like, I finished my book. Do you know what that means? He was like, what? I was like, I get to play Animal Crossing for like 4 hours without worrying about it.
It's game time.
I was like, I earned my game. Yay! Like, I didn't play Animal Crossing for like 8 hours the day before.
But today.
But I earned it.
Today it's right. It's correct.
Exactly. But today I did something to stimulate my mind already, so I can go and play. So I can go and play Animal Crossing.
Guilt free.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's kind of the trick, honestly, is like assigning like reward systems. But then the problem is like you build these like fucking these like walls in your mind, and then you're like, well, I built the walls, I can also break them, and then you're like, I'm not doing that.
See, I run into like the opposite. I run into almost the opposite problem where like I build up the walls, and then I am so trapped in my own walls where I'm like, fuck, and I give myself like an anxiety attack.
Yeah, that's fair. It's
like
well,
that happens to me a lot.
I built the green wall to do this, but then the blue wall says I have to do this in order to do that. Yeah,
exactly.
I guess I also kind of get that.
Because my problem is that instead of me thinking to myself, well, I can just not do that, because I do hit that eventually, but before I can actually hit that for like 6 months, I need to go, okay, but then so to do that I have to do this first, and then to do that I have to do this first, because if I don't do this first, and then I might not do that, like Wednesdays come to mind for me are huge ones where it's like, well, I have to go and get lunch by noon, because then I have to go and I have to go edit, and then because I want to be done with editing by 3:30, because I want to be able to have some time before I go to and it also depends on if there's an open mic night. So if there's an open mic night, I need to be there by 6, so I can be there a little later. Or if I have band rehearsal, then I need to be there at 3:45, so I need I have so many different sets of rules for whatever schedule I need to keep that then like now I'm in this weird limbo, because, you know, during all of December, I didn't have that. I had worked ahead so that I was off for the holidays, which is great. But now I'm trying to get back into it, and now I'm in I didn't do it for a couple weeks. I could change it, but I really shouldn't because it was working. Yeah, but I could. So now I'm in that, like, limbo of, like, I'm kind of pushing on the wall, and I'm like, I can't break this fucking wall, dude.
Yeah.
I need at least some of these up because I need to get these done.
And then you got to break the obsidian, you need to go get the diamond pickaxe. And there's a million ways to go get the diamonds. I could go find a shipwreck and get some buried treasure, or I could go down.
Exactly.
That was my problem with modern Minecraft, actually, when I was just doing the hardcore. Because on this podcast, we don't complain about modern Minecraft. Modern Minecraft is fucking sick.
We love modern Minecraft on this podcast.
It's a lot more straightforward in the old versions as far as just beating the game, where like I would just get lost. Because I'd be like buried treasure, shipwreck, but on my way to the buried treasure, I found like a fucking desert village, so I have to go. And it's insane. And the whole time it's like, okay, but I should just be digging. If I was digging, I'd be making progress. But I'm like, no. It's so fun. Like, there's just all these little things to do, which I like. That's what I like about modern Minecraft. But as far as like trying to beat a hardcore world in one stream, there's so many little things to do.
I think that's the problem, is that a lot of people that bitch about modern Minecraft aren't actually playing Minecraft. They're speedrunning it.
Yeah.
And that's fine. You can speedrun Minecraft all you want, but then don't complain about all the quality of life updates for the people like me who are just playing the same like couple of worlds that I'm alternating between for months to years at a time.
Yeah, you just have to approach Minecraft like a silly little sandbox. It's the only way. If you're approaching it as like an adventure or like a survival game in that way, you're dooming yourself.
Yeah, I think that, I mean, during the break finally, like, I beat the Ender Dragon I think like 3 or 4 times during the break, just because like I did the first time so I could get the stuff. And then I kind of went back and I was like, I kind of want to, I realized that I'd not gotten the is it a plane achievement?
Oh yeah.
Where I think that's because you look at the Ender Dragon through spyglass.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because I just for fun was looking through the achievements and just seeing what all, because that's, if I get bored enough, I just start going through achievements and being like, what one do I want to do today? I'm gonna do an achievement today. What am I gonna do? And that was what I decided. I was like, I'm just gonna clear out the rest of these ones. And it was really funny because I did it, like I said, I did it once just to like actually do it, to actually beat the End Dragon. I did it a second time to try to do that. And then I realized that I'd forgotten to actually look at it through the spyglass after I respawned it. I had just beaten it and I was like, fuck. So then I had to do it a third time where I actually looked at it through the spyglass. And now I keep looking at it and I'm like, I could just keep beating the End Dragon over and over so I can get all of the different portals. Yeah. Because I went through and I got my first Elytra, like in survival Minecraft, because usually I don't bother with Elytra, but this time I was like, you know what?
I can do it.
I was like, I might as well. So I went and I cleared out so much endstone off of the first island that I was on, and I just built for like 3 hours, and then I found my city, and I was fine. It took me a long fucking time, though.
Yeah.
And it was really annoying because then on my way back, I found I found a couple of end cities on the way back, and I was like, motherfucker!
Yeah, right. Because then
if I had gone 100 blocks to the left or right.
Yep. They should just make Eye of Ender work to find an end city. If you throw it in the end, or like craft it with like a chorus fruit or some shit. I don't know. I do think I am on the train where I'm like, we need an end update. Yeah, definitely.
I'm fine with the fact that this one isn't it, because a lot of people are bitching. They're like, well, this one should be the end update. I'm like, done. It's fine.
It's fine.
As long as
it'll happen at some point. They're gonna run out of things to do. They'll be like, you know what? We'll do it.
Plus, I'm here for the baby animal update. I love all the new baby animals. They just announced the as of recording, they just announced the horses are all getting new foals. Donkeys, mules, horses, skeleton horses, and zombie horses.
Oh, hell yeah.
All of them have new foal models.
That's nice.
Yeah, and it's really funny because the picture they posted was all of the baby models looking off to the side on like a beach, and it just said man. I love whoever is running the Minecraft socials. Low-key, they're doing it right.
They're doing it right.
Well, because they're not doing like the overly friendly like Wendy's bullshit.
Yeah.
They're just actually funny with it.
Yeah. The Wendy's shit kind of sucks because like
I'm so sick of brands acting like they're people.
But well, it reached a point where it was like I think the Oscars or like the Academy account was doing it, and people were like, "We need to wrap this up." It's literally been 10 years at this point. Like it's 2026. You can't still be doing that.
No, and it's so I like the fact that the Minecraft posts always. I mean, they're fun and they're friendly, but they still feel like they're being posted from a corporate account.
Yeah. It's
like
just it's like a corporate account like trying to like do like meme culture, but not in a way that's like
how do you do, fellow kids?
Exactly.
Like,
yeah.
No, it feels nice. it's kind of like how I feel about when Glitch Productions does their, like, for lack of a better term, they're kind of shitty merch ads, because they're a big fan of doing, like, the high quality, low quality thing where it's like, yeah, they're using their HD cameras and it's voiced over by their professional voice actors, but it's them, like, holding the stuffies and doing that. Because I think that that's really, like, endearing and fun, but sometimes you see brands do it and you're like, this doesn't feel like low quality because for fun, like, as part of it, it just feels low quality.
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference, where it's like with Minecraft, with, like, the way that, like, Minecraft, and there are other brands that do it too, I just can't think of them off the top of my head. But there are definitely other brands that are like this, but Minecraft is the one that comes to mind.
I think a lot of Instagram ads are like that too, where it's like a brand like oh, we just don't know how to shoot an ad these days.
Did I just write the song of the summer? So, like no, I took but doing, like, a little bit of it, where, like, oh, Minecraft is doing, like, funny memes and it's a very conversational thing, but there's, like, a line in the sand.
Exactly.
They do, when, like, an update comes out, they drop the act and they do, like, okay guys, the update's out, here's all the information, read the article. Whereas a lot of stuff, like the fast food brands, even for, like, important drops, they never go back into that corporate speak, which, like, they think is like, well, we don't want to lose our relatability, but me as a consumer, I'm like, I just don't take you seriously.
Yeah, exactly.
Which I guess for, like, sounds stupid for me to say, well, like, I can't take Wendy's seriously because of their social media posts. Like, that makes me sound like a fucking boomer. But, like, it genuinely has affected my purchasing habits. Like, I genuinely think of Wendy's less seriously than I did as a kid, which is weird.
If a brand is cringe on main, it totally affects it.
Yeah, like, obviously we are the #1 Wendy's podcast. We do love you guys. Please sponsor us.
Well.
But,
Well.
Are we breaking up with Wendy's?
Wendy's broke up with me.
Wendy's broke up with you? I didn't know that. I'm so sorry.
I hate to do this during the drilling section, but it kind of represents the cognitive dissonance in my mind.
Yeah, no, it's an artistic choice that we've made.
My brother was picking up his friend, and we get on the Wendy's app for some yummy food.
Of course.
And we go to the meal deals section for our glorious 4 for $4, and
they got rid of it?
They got rid of the 4 for $4.
They got rid of the 4 for $4?
So, I'm sorry, Wendy's, but, like...
What's the point?
Look, if you made it like $5, I'm like, economy's tough.
That's a $5 biggie bag at that point.
But it's $6 for the junior cheeseburger 4 for $4. And not to mention, they charge for sauce now.
What?
Like, if you want to add fucking buffalo sauce for your nuggets, that'll be 50 cents.
I haven't gone to Wendy's in, like, a while, I guess.
Exactly.
I'm trying to think of the last one to Wendy's, actually. I think it was, like, last month.
So, and the 50-piece nugget costs like $16 now instead of $14.99.
Which is
fucked up. Yeah, I don't know. Look, I'll probably be there now and again, but it's like it went from like the greatest deal in all of fast food, no contest, to now it's like, I don't know, I could just get fucking anything at that point.
Yeah, it's like at that
like
point,
everybody's fucking meal deal is $6. Anyway, so look, Wendy's, we're not as tight. We can still be friends. But yeah, no, that it pissed me off.
No, I also,
because it's like your Wendy's. That's the 4 for $4, man.
That's
a titan of the industry. And then I looked at their stock price history though, and honestly, it's been plummeting for like 10 years. So I'm like, well,
I wonder why.
Yeah. But whatever. We had some good memories while me and Wendy's were a thing, but you know, gotta grow up, gotta move on.
Yeah. People change.
She wasn't the one.
You know, sometimes people change, and you just need to. Yeah.
And it's like, she's not the girl I fell in love with.
No, I.
And that shit with the chocolate frosty.
Yeah, don't even get us started on the
It's like when
Frosties.
you're in a breakup and then now you're able to like seriously complain about everything. It's like, okay. And also like I would always take mustard off the cheeseburger and you would just keep it on anyway. So it's like, I don't even know what that's about. But the chocolate frosty shit was insane. I don't want the triple berry frosty. I'm good.
I want a vanilla frosty, bro.
I want the vanilla one.
I want vanilla frosty to
The
dip my
plain
fries
one.
in. That's all I want.
And I want to drink it.
Exactly. No, you know, I think it's fucking crazy. I don't want a straw with my frosty.
I thought I did. Back when I started going to Wendy's, I was like, no, I want a straw. I want to drink this thing.
No, you want the spoon.
You need the spoon.
You need the spoon. Also, I genuinely think it tastes better scooping it versus trying to drink, because you lose the good frosty texture.
Yeah.
So then you're just drinking. And I mean, don't get me wrong. I love melted ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking love melted ice cream. But sometimes I want a Frosty and not melted ice cream. Or
Sometimes
melted
I
Frosty.
sip the Frosty like it's the end of an icy where like it's just not gonna happen with the straw.
Exactly.
And so I kind of like chug it that way, but it's better off with the straw.
I do love when. Have you ever like forgotten about your Frosty, so there's still like a quarter of like the melted Frosty at the bottom, and it's still like a little cold. It's not quite warm yet, so you just grab it and you just slam it like a fucking Yep. It's so
That's the
good.
best. What are we doing? We're promoting Wendy's. I mean, it tastes like garbage and
I'll
poop.
do that with any milkshake. Don't test me. I'm being so for serious right now. If you give me any milkshake, if it whatever amount is melted at the bottom at the end, I will chug. I love melted ice cream. Like I really do.
Yeah, but it's messed up. I can't believe Wendy's would do this to me.
It's so unfortunate. I think it's weird that brands keep calling their tenders tendies.
Yeah, it's like grow up. Let us call them tendies.
Exactly. Like I kind of get Wendy's doing it because Wendy's tendies is kind of like that just makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
I could see them doing it even if tendies wasn't like a already established term on the internet.
But it's one thing when it's marketing versus like I don't think they've ever referred to them as tenders. And I'm like, is that like a legal thing? Like you legally can't call them tenders or what's going on?
I genuinely wouldn't be surprised, but it's like, well, we're not allowed to call them tenders because
right?
they're not tenderloins.
And it's almost chicken. Kind of.
Almost chicken. It's
Just
chicken
call them
product.
Wendy's tendies. You'll be all right.
It's chicken product. Dude, that's the scariest thing when you're looking at shit and you're like, why does this say contains meat product and not contains meat?
I ate a knockoff Lunchables, the pizza one. It was the Meyer brand lunch makers, and it said pepperoni flavored sausage.
Well, it's because pepperoni is a specific kind of sausage.
Well, but
so
Lunchables can legally call it pepperoni,
exactly.
and that's the difference.
No, I was gonna say, but I can't believe that they're.
I think it's just like kind of like reddish gray.
What does Lunchly call it? Does Lunchly call it pepperoni?
I don't know. Or maybe theirs was only ever cheese.
I don't know.
I guess they had pepperoni. I don't know.
I didn't eat a single Lunchly, so
I tried so hard. I searched far and wide.
I remember your Lunchly quest.
It was awesome. Well, it didn't end in success, but
No.
it was awesome anyway. But then we ate a Lunchable and we were like, this is fire. So
Yeah.
it's kind of sad. Lunchables won in the end.
It makes sense. I think we all knew that Lunchables were gonna win.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
Is Lunchly even still around, really? I know that, like, Prime is, but is Lunchly?
I think so. I would just guess in a lesser capacity. Because here's the thing, like...
Because I feel like I haven't heard anything about Lunchly or Feastables besides us making jokes about Mr. Beast pushing Feastables all the time.
I think that's in part just, like, our age and our algorithms just kind of... Lunchly and all that exists, like, in a blind spot.
I guess, but, like, the kids that I teach used to talk about Lunchly and Feastables and Prime and stuff like that all the time. And now they, like... I haven't... I guess, to be fair, I haven't heard them talk about any of, like, the Paul brothers or whatever. Speaking of, did you see the video of Jake Paul getting his shit rocked?
So I never saw it.
Oh, it's...
I heard so much about it.
Oh, my God. He literally got his jaw shattered.
Hell yeah.
He went up against... I don't remember who he was boxing. And that's going to really annoy me. but he was boxing like a professional boxer. Another, like, super highly rated player. And yeah, like, halfway through, Jake, I don't remember what movement it is that someone pointed out that Jake always does, like, halfway through, that very clearly symbolizes, like, okay, it's my turn to start punching you now, and so that I can win. But someone pointed out that he did that, and then the other guy just kind of goes squares up.
Okay, I saw the screenshot of Jake Paul with the fear in his eyes when this happened.
Yeah, so
I saw
the fear in his eyes was actually after. So what happened was like a split second after that, he backs Jake into the corner and starts just going after him. And Jake's completely dropped his guard. He's just taking body shots, and he looks terrified because he comes up from a headshot where he comes up and he's like, ah, and as he takes one to the jaw, and that's the one that everyone's pretty sure he shattered his jaw because there are allegedly he after the fight he wasn't seen for a really long time. He just started re-entering the thing, and apparently he got fucked up bad enough that they had to do a shit ton of reconstructive surgery on his jaw. They had to put I think 4 plates in his jaw because it was shattered in like 4 different places because the guy did not. guy with the money is not fucking worth it. Get over here, white boy. But
With the
like,
knuckle crack is so funny. I got you for 3 minutes.
I got you for 3 minutes.
3 minutes of playtime.
No, but yeah, allegedly he's been having a lace front beard put on to cover up just how swollen and
Yeah.
like they had to shave it all off so they could do all the surgeries. So now he's been going in and for public appearances, allegedly, he's been having according to, you know, I'm a makeup artist in Hollywood, and my friend told me that. And I'm like,
Yeah.
okay.
I heard from a guy who knows a guy.
But I do genuinely believe it because he's been talking about how much he's like, no, I had to go into. He was talking about how he had to go in for surgery, but he still has a full beard.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't line up.
That's not how it works.
Mm-mm.
As someone who has spent the last 10 years with a very hairy Italian Sicilian man, if you have to go in for surgery, they shave you.
Mm-hmm.
They shave the fuck out of you.
Mm-hmm.
It's really funny. Ace has like a couple of bald spots right now because he had like a heart monitor on over the summer, and it just hasn't quite grown back yet, so
Yeah.
he just has like one like reverse. I've been calling it his reverse landing strip,
Yeah.
even though I guess technically that would make it more of a landing strip,
Uh-huh.
but
whatever.
it's fine.
Yeah, I think I saw a tweet though that was like maybe Jake Paul getting his shit rocked is a sign of good to come.
Yeah.
It's just like the first good thing that
Yeah.
can happen in a while.
I was like, honestly, the video is so funny because he just drops his guard and just looks afraid.
Yeah.
Because you can tell he doesn't know what to do.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Wait, the script that I wrote.
the script.
What are we doing? Why are we improving?
No, now I guess is Logan Paul getting into back?
I don't know.
I thought there was something about that he was getting into the ring now.
I got no clue.
I have
It-
no
my
clue.
my timeline doesn't keep me up to date on shit like that. Keeps me up to date on the whole milk shit though. That's sad.
I had to explain that to my dad. I was
Yeah.
like, have you seen all the ads for whole milk? And he was like, no, not yet. I was like, well, when you watch them, tell me if you agree with this. I think, and then I went into how, and I'm sure this is not a hot take, they had a raw milk campaign 100% planned, and then someone told them, hey, you can't legally like push that because raw milk isn't good for you. It's actually really fucking bad for you.
The tweet I saw was like yeah, they were gonna go with a raw milk campaign, and then a lawyer explained to them what a slam dunk lawsuit is, and they were like, That's
Yeah,
not a
'cause
good
for-
look for the Department of Agriculture. Or whatever.
Yeah, for those who don't know, no, see that's the thing
And-
is that it's not even the Department. It's the Department of Health. I thought was the one that was pushing it.
Something like maybe it's both. Anyway, exclamation politic warning.
Yeah, but
Skip to the next YouTube chapter if you don't want to hear it, which we understand.
yeah, but for those who don't know, raw milk is unpasteurized milk, right? So that means that it's milk that hasn't been essentially cleaned.
Yeah.
That's the milk with all of the blood, the pus, the bacteria, because it's in there.
Yeah.
It comes from a living organ.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's most of what pasteurization gets rid of. It gets rid of
Exactly.
blood, pus, bacteria, dirt, actual just dirt, any like microbes, mad cow disease.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, then like the libertarians of the world are like, they put weird stuff in our milk. I want it raw. I want that unfiltered shit.
You know what my favorite thing is? Is when you see raw milk influencers and they're like, yeah, you can drink raw milk. All you have to do is boil it before you drink it. And I'm like, do you know what that is? Do you know what it's called when you boil raw milk? It's called pasteurization.
Like literally.
It's literally exactly pasteurization. Like I don't know what to tell you, dog.
But yeah, now it says it. Then they made a whole campaign about whole milk, as if they kind of like Control F, find and replace like raw for whole, because they have all these weird talking points where it's like, oh, this is forbidden. This is the forbidden milk you're not allowed to drink. That's hasn't really been sold in stores and is really hard to find. But now we're gonna drink whole milk, and I'm like, dude, that's always been a thing.
Yeah,
You just
it's
look
like-
for the milk with the red on it.
Yeah, like it's also really funny because like I remember as a kid, like going through the lunch line and there was always, whole low fat skim chocolate.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember they would encourage us to grab whole milk.
Yeah.
Because they would be like, yeah, whole milk's good for you. It has all the stuff in it. But if you don't like the flavor, grab 2%. Only grab skim if you have it for like they would. When I was a kid, they explained this to us.
Exactly.
So like I don't know why they're trying to act. Don't even get me started on the fucking reverse food pyramid. Oh,
Oh my
my god. I I remember the switch from the food pyramid to My Plate.
My Plate.
So going back from My Plate to the food pyramid again and having it be even worse.
Yeah.
is so I feel like I'm going insane.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I'm going crazy.
But yeah, it sucks as someone who's been drinking whole milk for like 3 years
I
for
love
like
whole
weight
milk.
gain stuff. For it to be this fucking like Nazi thing now. I'm like, but I like whole milk. That was whole milk was niche before.
Are you trying to gatekeep whole milk?
A
right
little
now?
bit, and they're fucking blowing up my spot. And now in Walmart, when I grab the fucking red milk, they're like, "Oh, because you're a Nazi." I'm like, "No,
No, it's because
I want decaf breast."
I was gonna say it's because you need milk for the milkers, bro.
Literally.
Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's fucked up though.
I hope that the guys working on the fucking bathroom next door just heard us screaming because
Yeah.
I want triple D breasts. This is. I don't give a shit. I made plans with one of my friends to go and buy matching bras, and I'm really excited about it. Actually, we're going to. I've never bought a Victoria's Secret bra before.
Yeah.
All of my, I shit you not, every single bra I've ever bought has been from a department store, whether it's Walmart, Kohl's, JCPenney, Sears. There's more that I can't think of that used to be around that aren't anymore.
Yeah.
Marshalls.
Marshalls.
Well, Marshalls is still kind of around.
Yeah.
Boston store. You know. No, but so I want to go to I know before anyone close the fuck. Maximize the video again. I know Victoria's Secret bras aren't the end all be all of bras.
Mm-mm.
I know that. But I want a bombshell bra really bad.
No, I get it.
So we're going and we're gonna go and get bombshell bras, and this is like a thing because we don't have a Victoria's Secret or a Pink in my town anymore.
Yeah.
So we have to go to like a whole another city. And we're doing that. We're going to elimination.
Whoa! Crazy eliminage.
I know.
Yeah, one time I tried a Victoria's Secret bra, but it just doesn't like fit my body, right? So it was a
That's
really
fair.
dysphoric experience.
If
And then
it
the person I was
if it
with,
makes you feel any better, Nolan, that is the experience of 85% of women that walk in.
Yeah. That's kind of the idea.
Like that's the thing that I'm so afraid of is I'm afraid that I'm gonna walk in there and they're gonna like measure me up and I'm gonna put it on. I'm gonna be like, aw, it's ugly.
Yeah, exactly. But then the person I was with, who was like also trans, is like, just so you know, Nolan, you're not the only trans person in here, because there was like another trans woman trying on a bra, and I'm like, you're just not helping.
Obviously,
I don't want
alone.
anything right now. I want to be alone. I want to just fucking die.
I thought it was so funny. I saw a post. It was someone talking about how they were like, why are fucking breast implants so awful in Hollywood now? Like in the last couple of years, people that have been getting like breast implants are only getting like the fucking like round fucking water balloon ones. Like and someone was like, they all need to start calling Hunter Schafer's fucking doctor because goddamn. And then people in the comments they were arguing about whether her boobs were estrogen or implants.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I hate to break it to you guys, those are 100% at least partial implants. You do not get anything above, unless you're very, very lucky.
Yeah.
You're not going to be skinny like Hunter Schafer and also have anything above a C cup
Nope.
as a transitioning woman.
Mm-hmm. I do.
Because and it's genuinely, it's nothing you can do. It's because you don't have the mammary glands
That's right.
that would encourage your breast growth. That's just how it goes.
Or you just add the hormones at a weird time in your life where eventually you'll like kind of develop it in a way, but it's like, yeah, if you start estrogen at like even like 18 or even later, it's like it's just gonna take a long time, and you gotta accept that because female
jealous
puberty lasts so long that like you have to do that on hormones, and it's gonna take a minute.
No, but I am jealous that most trans girls do get what I've now been affectionately referring to as fashion boobs.
Yeah.
Where it's like, because the girl that made the TikTok about how she was so jealous of girls that have fashion boobs, and she was just talking about small boobs, changed my life, because genuinely I've thought that to myself so many times. I'm kind of in between. I'm not gonna lie. I don't care. I'm a C cup. It doesn't fucking you guys have eyes. You can see. So like I'm like
the guy who was going through every single episode and got to this one, he's like, fuck, what did I do all my research for?
Yeah, he's like, what the fuck? No, but like so I'm kind of like right in the middle of like firmly average. They're not big, they're not small, which is fine. It just means that most things look fine. But every so often I'm like, this outfit would look way better if I had like A cups. And then like a couple weeks I'm like, this outfit look way better if I had like double D's.
Yeah.
Which is why it sucks. But it is but that is one thing that's nice about having about being in the middle. People people don't respect the middle enough. I get options. I can wear a push-up bra to pretend that I have big boobs, or I can wear a sports bra to pretend that I have no boobs.
There you go.
It's great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but on Hunter Schafer, it is unfortunate how many trans women are influenced by Hunter Schafer to be like as thin as possible. I'm like,
yeah,
but like weight gain is fun.
It's because dysphoria and dysmorphia go hand in hand.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think that's partly that so many trans girls, as soon as they start gaining weight, they see it as masculine because they see their shoulders getting a little wider and stuff like that. But it's like, no, see, the thing is that when you become waifish and skinny like that, I hate to break it to you, sometimes it makes you look way more masculine because it shows your bone structure.
Exactly. You don't like your brow bone? Gain 20 pounds. You don't like your jawline? Gain 20 pounds.
Yeah, I was like,
you'll be all right.
And it's
like, most of it goes to your butt anyway.
Exactly. And the thing is that I feel like a lot of them, it's partly because you do that thing where you're like, well, I need to be pretty and feminine. The pretty feminine women that I think of are all skinny.
Mm-hmm.
You're not thinking about the fact that it would be significantly easier for you to look feminine with curves.
Literally.
Which would happen if you gained weight and were on estrogen at the same time, because you will gain weight in the spots that you want to gain weight.
Mm-hmm.
So you will actually have a feminine a more feminine figure most of the time.
Yeah.
Because most people's bone structure is not going to give you a waist like Hunter Schafer's.
That's right.
As women don't, I was like, biological women don't look like, cis women don't look like that, and fucking trans women don't look like that. Hunter Schafer barely looks like that.
Yeah.
And I don't mean that as like an offense. I mean that genuinely.
Yeah.
If she gained 20 pounds, she wouldn't look like that, and that's fine.
Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Don't aspire to be so thin.
Fucking
trans women.
I feel like that's such like a thing with. It's always been such like a thing with trans women, especially.
Yeah.
It's just the like. And like I said, I think it's just because dysphoria and dysmorphia go hand in hand.
Yeah. No,
like
I mean, I get it.
I'm biased because I love a little chub.
Mm-hmm.
I like being like, I was complaining to Ace a little bit ago. I was losing weight like over the summer. Because with my chronic health issues, I gain and lose weight a lot. And I was slipping down into like the 140s, which I don't like. That's too thin for me. I spent which is really funny when you consider that for most of high school I was between like 120 and 150 and like 135.
Yeah.
But like nowadays I like being around like 150, 160.
Mm-hmm.
Like or even like 150 to 170. It's like that's my range where I like to sit. It's where I feel healthiest and where I think I look the best.
Right.
So, but it was really funny because I was like, I'm getting too skinny, and he was like. And I was like, and he was like, what do you mean? Because I also didn't look like unhealthy or anything. So he was also like, he was also worried that I was going the other way because I've had like eating issues in the past. So I think he was a little worried that I was gonna, and I was like,
and he's kind of like, what do I say here?
Yeah. And
what's the best move for me here?
No, and then I was like, no, I mean it. And like, I'm tired now. Like I feel more tired more often, and I'm like I physically don't feel as good. Like, because I'm about 5'8" for context. If anyone's trying to fucking BMI check me right now, I'm 5'8", 165. I weighed myself this morning. So like, but so it's so interesting to me that we'll feel the need to be either extreme when they're also just trying to achieve one extreme to another, like that, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't understand. It scared the fuck out of me.
Yep.
That one actually made me jump. No, but like, I don't know. I guess because I'm biased and I like a little weight on any body. Like, but that's not to say like, oh, skinny people are ugly. Don't fucking put words in my mouth. Keep those words. Those words were not in my mouth. Don't put them in there.
Don't put them. Well, they kind of were because you were referencing what you said. So the words came out your mouth, but not in the context of what you said. Don't
clip that. Open the YouTube video back up. Get out of the comments. Don't.
And if someone did clip it in a YouTube clip hit view full video. And skip back 20 seconds.
No, I don't know. As a non-binary person, I also like. There are so many people. Eating disorders and being non-binary in 2020 came hand in hand for a really long time. Like it was. But. That was always weird to me because that came from a place of desperately seeking androgyny.
Yeah.
because they were like, well, that way I can be, because it was a lot of like people who were assigned female at birth being like, well, I need to lose weight so I can lose my boobs and I can lose my curves.
Yeah.
Like that I get.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why I think it's fucking crazy that so many trans girls get. And I'm like, you want no curves?
Yeah. What are you doing?
Do you want to do the thing that famously gets rid of most feminine attributes? Like it gets rid of your curves. It deflates your boobs.
Mm-hmm.
It hollows out your cheeks.
Mm-hmm.
Like and most of these are things that you get surgery to do the other way.
Mm-hmm.
So like why?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a great alternative to facial feminization surgery is just gain 20 pounds. Just
Yeah.
do it. Just do it. Most of it goes away. Gonna be honest.
Unironically, yeah. I'm someone that when I gain weight, the first thing that gets round is my face, because my mom has a very like round face and cheeks, so it's really funny. I'm trying to think of when we started the video podcast, if like when my face was at its roundest would be there. I don't
We
think
started
so.
the video in May of 2024. But then that was with the weird camera angles too, honestly. Like we both look really weird in the first episode. I was going through and doing like I was trying to find the best clip of each episode just to maybe start like an ATWC clips channel. And I was just blown away at how weird the first episode looks for how good the second episode looks.
Yeah.
Because at first I was like, wow, we look so different. And then I get to the second episode, I'm like, no, we kind of look similar. I just had the cameras in really weird spots and really weird settings for the first episode.
It's because we were figuring it out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I get it.
No, but I don't know. I just think in my brain, I feel like I'd develop a binge eating disorder if I was a trans girl.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'd be like, oh, I can get boobs.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Not healthy boobs, but boobs.
Mm-hmm. I probably would if it weren't for fucking nausea. I get so fucking nauseous. Like I wake up nauseous. I eat like 3 bites. I'm nauseous. It sucks. It sucks a lot.
I told my doctor that happened, and they gave me a Zofran prescription. So
What is that?
it's an anti-nausea.
Tight.
I've
taken the ondansetron, the one that like dissolves under your tongue. I like that. I love that one.
I like that. I have that one. I have Zofran, and
Because
I
it tastes
have
like grape. How did they do it?
mine tastes like strawberry.
That's nice.
And I like it a lot.
Yeah.
No,
I should just get an ondansetron prescription because it helps a lot.
I have a refillable prescription. I have 3 different anti-nausea refillable prescriptions to give you an idea of how my stomach's doing.
Yeah.
So it's that well, technically, so I don't have Zofran. I have the non-name brand version of it. And then I have another one that's for abdominal cramping. But all of them are like, take 30 minutes before you want to eat, and then you should be hungry by the time you want to eat.
Mm-hmm.
So.
How about this?
But Zofran is what they give pregnant women.
This New York City election's making me sick. Zofran Mamdani. Is that something?
Is that something?
Does this trigger the libs?
Who knows? I think it's really funny that I keep seeing people posting about how, like, it must be crazy to live in New York City and have a governor that actually immediately acts on his campaign processes.
Yeah. Or I just saw one that was like, we're going to learn a lot over the next couple of decades about how lazy the boomers were.
Yeah.
Because there was like a snowstorm or whatever, or it was just snowing in New York. And he's like, we've already got like, this out on the street. We're going to be doing as much as we can. And people were like, that's great. And like, he already is like building like more public restrooms and shit.
Yeah. And he's
They're
already.
like, people are like, wait, like mayors have that
Yeah.
ability?
And he already made preschool free.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, damn.
Damn, that's what happens when you're not hoarding all the wealth.
No,
That's so interesting.
I saw a post where it was like the Democratic Party hates Mamdani because he proved that you can actually get Democratic policy done.
Exactly.
I was like,
yeah, no. Mamdani is going to be a huge sign for hopefully elections to come.
it's kind of crazy because I remember Tim Walz used to make us feel the same way. And now I look at Tim Walz, I'm like, because now I've seen Mamdani.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, and not that it all has to do with him, but things keep happening in Minnesota.
yeah.
I'm like, I don't.
There are happenings in Minnesota.
I know there are some things a governor can't control, but I'm like, it is weird that it's all happening in Minnesota. What's going on there?
We all thought that the major city that was going to be like the spark catalyst was going to be like Chicago or like LA, but no, it's going to be the Twin Cities.
Yeah, exactly. Twin Towers, Twin Cities. Noticing a pattern? I am.
Hashtag noticing.
Hashtag noticing. But to get off politics, Pac-Man and Sonic collabed, and Sonic and Pac-Man collabed.
Oh, did they?
They put a Pac-Man map and all the Pac-Man guy and ghosts in Sonic Racing Cross Worlds. Then they added a Sonic World to Pac-Man World 2 repack. So I had an okay time on stream with both of those because honestly, I've kind of had it with Pac-Man World 2 Repack. they added like this like in theory cool Eggman boss fight, but they fundamentally misunderstood how health bars work in that game. There's literally 12 phases to that boss fight.
Oh my god.
Based on how normal Pac-Man, because in a normal Pac-Man boss fight, you'll see the entire health bar and then the phases will go as the health bar goes. Mm-hmm. Eggman has 3 different health bars with like a varying number of phases throughout as it goes. And I think it's just because they wanted to deliver on the value of like the, I think $11 DLC. So they wanted to give you a lot, but I didn't want to do a lot. I just wanted to play fun Pac-Man Sonic, and it was a lot.
I do think it's been kind of funny. So I got the Switch 2 edition of Animal Crossing New Horizons. Mm-hmm. Obviously, we all knew I was going to. And it's so funny now, like scrolling through Twitter and see people being like, I can't believe that in a paid in a paid upgrade, this 4K update isn't completely smooth. Like, because they were like, if it's on a diagonal and you zoom it in, it still has jagged edges, like whatever. And I'm like, Nolan, do you know how much the Switch 2 upgrade for Animal Crossing New Horizons is?
Not even $5, $4.99.
It is $4.99, and they're out here bitching about it.
Bitching and moaning.
I'm like, and it's so funny to me, especially because like the Switch update also adds like the ability to actually use. I've been using the fuck out of the megaphone, because the megaphone exists in all versions, but you can use it to call specific villagers and find out where they are as long as they're outside with you. It's been super helpful. Mm-hmm. Using the fucking mouse controls goes crazy. Yeah. No, mouse controls goes crazy with the having the Happy Home Paradise DLC and the mouse controls. Mm-hmm. So good. And like the update itself had so much free content that I think it's really funny to complain about specifically paying $5 for the upgrade, when I would honestly say that for most other companies, the mouse upgrade alone would be $5.
Oh, yeah. Well, for most other companies, it would be a complete re-release.
Exactly.
And it'd be $70 for the Switch 2 edition. And maybe you can port over some of your data if you're lucky.
No, yeah. I have honestly been super happy with I got the Switch 2 for Christmas, and I've been so happy with how easy it is to transfer everything. Like, I was so worried about getting a new one because I'm so used to how much it sucks to get a new console or like a new PC where like you have to transfer. It's so annoying to transfer all the data over if you even bother. And like you have to, and it for some reason it takes 45 minutes to log in. Like you have to wait for updates, like whatever. None of that. I didn't have to deal with any.
The most annoying part of Switch 2 transfer was like waiting for everything to download, I think.
Yeah.
Because did you end up plugging it into the router, or did it all just kind of work?
It ended up working out.
Hell yeah.
I moved them closer. Yeah, so for context, I texted Nolan because it had been taking like 2 hours at some point because my Switch is on the opposite end of the house. So what I ended up doing was I just grabbed both Switches and moved them to the other side of the house, and then it took 45 minutes.
That is the beautiful thing about it being a console and a handheld, is sometimes you don't even need to plug it into the router. You can just take it to the router.
No, that's what 99% of the time that fixes any connection issue I'm having. It's just getting closer to the router.
Like sometimes when I'm like on a Discord call with my brother, I'm like, this update is taking forever on my Switch. I'm going to leave it in your room because his room is closer to the router. He's like, okay. And then he tells me when it's done.
There we go. No, yeah, the amount of times that I've gone upstairs and I'm like, I'm going to play Minecraft while I wait for the Switch update to go through. And Ace will be like, well, do you want to bring the Switch up with you? I'll be like, no, because then it'll update too fast. Won't get anything done.
It is kind of nice, I guess. Yeah.
Because that was when that was when Ace and I were playing Fortnite, so I would have to wait pretty regularly for that to update.
Yeah.
And Fortnite for Switch, updating on the opposite side of the house would take 45 to an hour.
Mm-hmm.
But on the same side of the house, if I took it to the computer room with me, it took 20 minutes at most.
That's right.
Like if it was a big Switch.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, it was usually more like 10.
Yeah. Yeah, Fortnite's so weird with those updates.
Yeah.
I don't know. I want to get back into it, but it's not a very Fortnite time in my life.
Yeah.
It's actually it's single player mode. I was talking about it last week in the corrupted episode that we'll never release because it corrupted on these stupid cameras, which notice haven't powered off. And but I made a New Year's resolution. I want to play 30 single player games, and I want to shoot for getting recommendations for everyone. So Jess recommended was it Night in the Woods? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I put it on my wish list. I'm waiting for it to go on sale because honestly, most Steam games, if you just wait like a week to a month, they'll usually be like 50% off, especially if they're an older game.
Oh yeah.
But I've been playing Resident Evil 4. I've been playing a little Metal Gear Solid. I've been on my single player shit.
Nice.
No more. No, that should be my New Year's resolution. Just like as little like live service, free to play, paid transaction.
You're getting out of
loot box
slop.
shit.
And
Yeah,
into-
exactly.
You're getting out of slop and into gaming.
Into peak. Yeah, but it's been nice. I'm liking Resident Evil 4.
Yeah. It's been really funny because Ace has been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey on his PS4 and God of War Ragnarok on his PlayStation 5.
Yeah.
And it's been really funny for him specifically because I'm only like half paying attention when he's playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I get Assassin's Creed Odyssey lore mixed up with God of War lore because I didn't play the original God of War. I didn't have a PlayStation to play the original God of War games.
Yeah.
The only God of War games that I'm really familiar with are the most recent ones, God of War and God of War Ragnarok.
Yeah.
So it's so funny to Ace how sometimes I'll be like, yeah, and then is this Assassin's Creed character or an old God of War character? He'll be like Assassin's Creed. I'm like, okay.
You're like, right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, because it's all Greek to me, man.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
But I've really enjoyed watching Ace play God of War and God of War Ragnarok.
Mm-hmm.
I felt extremely maternal over Atreus, and when I saw him slightly grown up in the second game, I looked at Ace. I was like, Ace. He was like, "Are there tears in your eyes?" I was like, "No, no." He's all grown up. It's beautiful. He's my beautiful baby boy, my son.
That's good.
Yeah, but an unfortunate side effect has been that Ace keeps looking at me going, boy, you must do this. And I'll be like, Ace, you can't. And I'll be like, boy, you have to go out and grab your own thing out of the car. I'm like, no. I'm like, you need. He'll be like, you must do this, boy. You must get stronger. I'll be like, please.
That's funny.
Yeah. I also teared up a little bit when he was playing God of War Ragnarok, and Atreus didn't need help getting up like a cliff. I was like, but don't you want me to pick you up? And Ace is like, you're not even playing. I'm like, I know. but like we raised him. I watched you play all of God of War.
They grow up so fast, man.
What do you mean he's running away with Sindri? Get back here.
Slipping through my finger.
Yeah, for real. I'm sitting here like braiding his hair.
That song used to always make me cry because I was in Mamma Mia in high school, and
that song makes me cry because I don't have a good relationship with my mother.
That too.
Mamma Mia makes me cry because I wish that my mom loved me.
All right.
No, but like it's so funny because I love watching Mamma Mia with my friends because I'm the only one that doesn't have a good relationship with my mom. So we're all sitting there sobbing.
Mm-hmm.
But they all know they can't ask me about how I'm feeling because they're all crying because they like miss their moms. And that they ask me, they're like, "Why are you crying?" I'm like, "Because I never had a relationship like this with my mom." And they're like, "No, we can't. No, I'm crying because this reminds me of getting ready." I'm like, "I know."
It's just a different breed. It's a different breed of crying right now. We're all crying, but it's different.
I legitimately feel I remember when I was a kid, the first time I watched the slipping through my fingers scene, and I thought to myself, I was like, this would apply to my life if that was my dad.
Mm-hmm.
and now as an adult, I think that's really funny.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, mine's interesting too, because like I was talking to a therapist about this at one point. And
now you're bringing it up on the pod.
You know, yeah, and we were breaking down what BPD is. and then my therapist was like, well, normally that's more about like childhood and shit though, and like how you're treated like kind of when you're younger and how that affects like later in life. And I'm like, in a way though, debating with my therapist, but I'm like, do you think you can have like a transition based kind of like childhood, like the first couple of weeks of your transition kind of become the childhood of the new you in a way? So if you're treated poorly in the beginning of transition, you know, can't that kind of like craft the seed of like how you're going to be throughout the rest of it? Because in a way it is like an infancy. And then my therapist thought that was really interesting.
Especially depending on how young you transition.
Yeah, exactly.
Too.
Well, but like kind of any age, because like, you know, I did it at like 17, and it's like those first couple of like weeks, like kind of carry like I think of it like a Minecraft seed. I really do. Like where the fucking structures are going to spawn, what like the cool things are, what the bad things are, and it's interesting.
That's why I'm saying it that also must be like more intense, almost like there's got to be like a fucking bell curve of like where if you do it early enough, it isn't as bad. And if
Yeah,
you do it
I
late
could get
enough,
that.
it's not as bad. But there's like, and
If you do it like, yeah,
I was like, and
perfect
I
peri adolescence.
I was gonna say, like, I can't say this with any fucking expertise, but I think like if you come out and start transitioning between the ages of like the top of that bell curve is like 12 to like 19.
Yeah, I could see that.
If you transition before that, you're kind of like if you start that and you start having those conversations, that kind of bleeds into like just being a child at that point. Like that's term for comparison, like Jazz Jennings is what I'm picturing specifically, where it's like you do have that child, where like you do have some of that childhood as like the opposite gender, but then you realize it early enough that you still get a lot of the same milestones.
Yeah.
Once you hit 12, you start, the later it takes, like that's why I think that like 15, 16 really is perfect for that, because that's where you're like prom, homecoming, learning to drive, like all of that stuff is so important and is so intensely gendered that's where the cracks start to show in the foundation. I feel like.
Yeah. And that's why that's kind of peak. It's too late for me age. I remember at like 14 and 15 years old being like, it can't happen.
Yeah.
It's too late for me. And I'm like, that's crazy.
Yeah. And it's crazy when you think about like the fact that saying it's too late, the fact that we've already evolved to it's too late for me culture in like high school is so crazy when you consider that. I feel like for the early like 2010s, there was this slight stereotype of older people coming out as transgender, like middle-aged and elderly people coming out really, really late in life because they realized they were able to and that there was a term for it and all that.
Yeah.
So to go from that culture, and I think that part of that was, I think a good chunk of that was just Caitlyn Jenner.
Yeah.
To be fully honest, I think it was just that Caitlyn Jenner made people realize that maybe trans people can come out extremely late in life, like relatively speaking, because I mean it's not like she was fucking geriatric when that news came out, but she had gone through a whole life and multiple divorces at that point. She had fully grown children.
Yeah, the ripples of that decision, that makes sense.
Like I vividly remember the episode where they were all sitting, where she was sitting down with Chloe, Kendall, and Kylie, and they were like, so when is Bruce gone? And she was like, well, like by the end of next month, like I'm gonna be Caitlyn, like I'm gonna go through the surgeries, whatever. And they were like, do you realize how hard this is for us? And she was just kind of like, and they're like, yeah, but I was like, but they were like,
that's real.
Exactly. and but their whole thing was like, we've gone our entire lives with you as Bruce, as our dad.
That's right.
You've gone through your entire life, and now we have to, you've come to this realization over the last several months, years, however long. We are being given a month turnaround to have the same realization about the person that raised us. Yeah. And it's like, and I think that thinking was so again, like that's so crazy that in 2026 we're already at like, I'm transitioning in high school, it's too late for me.
I think
like,
part of it too.
What the fuck do you mean?
Part of it too is like the reputation of like, what is unk? Like someone's like 20 years old, it's like, bro, unk.
I got called unk on Sunday, dude.
Yeah. They're like, what do you mean you were born in 2001? How dare you?
I saw this one post that made me fucking cry laughing. Actually, it was a like hair salon marketing, and she was just going around and asking all the stylists like, what year were you born in?
And if they say 2000,
if they said 2000, they got to finish it. If it started with 19, it would be like 19 instant, like freeze frame them in like ancient times.
Oh yeah.
Them
I've seen
in a
this one
cave
too.
painting.
Because then I saw the opposite, where if they say 2000, it's like a fucking AI, like of them like playing Fortnite and shit. Yeah. So
no, but I liked the one that I saw because it was literally a freeze frame of that exact moment, like put down into the corner of like a cave painting with royalty free like caveman music playing in the background, and then someone else would be like 19, and then it would just be like ancient Egypt. Camel by Camel was playing. It legitimately made me like cry laughing, because that is absolutely like it. I wish that there was more of like an age mix at our church, because I would absolutely make that video to go on our socials. But that's not as funny when I'm the only person born in.
Yeah.
I'm the only person on staff born in the 2000s. I think one of the AV. I think technically some of the AV guys are hired in now.
Yeah.
So I know at least one of them is hired in, and he's a year younger than me.
Hell yeah.
So I'd have one other person.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I guess I could do it for like just like a Sunday morning.
Mm-hmm.
Just be like, hey, what year were you born? And then, yeah, I don't know. I'll figure it out.
Figure it out.
I'll steal that marketing.
Hell yeah. And I mean, everyone's doing it, you know. I do like when like someone makes a cool idea and then it kind of becomes a trend, so you don't feel as bad for like ripping off the idea because it's like, well, everyone's doing it.
I think that it's fine as long as you. I think that stuff like that is fine as long as you credit the original creator. And at that point, I feel like that specific joke has been done by enough companies now. Because like you said, you were thinking of an entirely different one. And I've seen different ones do it. That one specifically just got me because there's something about the exact freeze frame just being shrunken down that really got me.
I think what I like too is they usually don't let them finish the year. They just say like 19 or 2000 and then it's just like instant.
Well, no, because my favorite was that anyone that was like, yeah, I was born in 2003. Like they got to finish it. But it was like 19...
Yep.
19...
Yeah.
And then there was one that was like, I'm not going to answer that. And she was just putting like a blank void.
That's good.
Yeah, no. And I've seen like multiple salons doing it too, where like I feel like it started with salons and like cosmetology schools, and then it's spread out more now.
Mm-hmm. You got a little saliva right
Do I?
there.
Fuck.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's been an hour 35.
Oh, has it?
That's our
Just flew by.
podcast. Subscribe to the Patreon. We'll be doing bonus episodes in 2026.
Yes.
And subscribe to the podcast, which Jess told you to do 90 minutes ago, and you didn't. So
What the fuck?
we're just not listening anymore. But yeah, follow me on Twitch.
Follow me on TikTok.
And goodbye forever.
At the end, which is all about how by coming together, they were able to become more than just what they say, more than just words in his story, because it's
History.
well, yeah, and they also they keep reusing the way of remembering Henry VIII. Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived.
Glad that's in my head instead of financial advice.